Hello everybody, this is Adam here for A Strings YouTube channel, and we are here today checking out the GTRS from Mooer. Now, are we saying GTRS or are we saying guitars? Is it just, do you know what I mean? What do they want us to say? Do they want us to say? Tom doesn't know. We have with us the S800 and S800 Pro. S800 behind me, Pro is the one that I'm going to use for this video today. What is happening in this video is we've had these sent to us by our amazing Mooer dealers, that's Strings and Things in the UK. So thank you so much for sending us these to check out. We're out of the box, we're trying them out. An honest review, I suppose, is what is going to happen today. So we've had a little tune, had a little play. I've installed the app on our iPad. You've got our camera number 3 is on the iPad, hopefully picking up everything there. And we're going to just dive in. So this is kind of what you would expect to experience if you get one of these and you're plugging it in for the first time. My signal chain for today is the S800 Pro. We're going to stick with this one. Just going to keep it as it is. All of the software is the same and the interface is the same, and we get the same sounds. So S800 Pro, and I'll go through the specs of this in a minute. Into the new Blackstar St. James. This is the EL34 combo. It's keeping it clean. We're not putting anything on. We're going to let the effects in the guitar affect the sound. It's just a clean, basic valve pre. I'll also show you what I've done in the settings of the app to complement this as well. And that's it. We'll quickly chat about the guitar and we'll get into it. So the S800 and S800 Pro are very similar, except for a couple of little aesthetic and hardware improvements. With the S800, we're an alder body, roasted maple neck and rosewood board. Same on the S800 Pro, except we've got a very nice flame maple neck. I don't know if you can see that there, Tommy. Nice flame maple neck there. Sort of a bit posher inlays. We've got an upgraded Wilkinson trem, and we've got some Goto ratio tuners on here as well. So there are upgrades, there are hardware upgrades on this guitar, as well as some different colors. Speaking of colors, those of you that are familiar with the Fender Pro 2 range will recognize this color scheme. Mooer have even called this Dark Night. I don't know if you can copyright color names. I don't know if that's a thing. It's the same finish, it's the same name. This is the only one that I know that has that obvious kind of, I can't even say similarity, it's exactly the same. But you have got different color options on the Pros than you do with the standard ranges. Standard ranges look great, nice finishes. I love the covered pickup cover. Anyway, going off. There's so much to cover in this video. So, this is how it's going to be. I've installed the app. We've connected to the guitar. Very simple, really easy to do. So we're going to jump in. You're coming on this journey with me. I've not delved into any of the app. I've had a quick play of the guitar to get it tuned up and have a little noodle. But that is it. So let's have a little look at the app and we'll get some sounds. And we'll get some sounds, stock sounds out of it. We'll see what it can do, what it can't do. So over to the iPad. So this is what you see when you connect the guitar for the first time. As you can see, this is the guitar that I've got here with the serial number. If you press this, I've got all of the specs there. So I could just do this. I could just read you the specs from here. Like I said, alder body, it's a roasted flame maple neck. We've got some lock-in tuners there. Wilkinson trem. That's the GTRS one is the processor. That's the multi-effects, I guess, that's in the guitar. And then it's our pickups there. So 2 singles and a humbucker. Nice and easy. So 3 options here. We've got our folder, which takes us into our tone library. So going into this window, we see we've got our mixer for different levels, for different applications. We've got our Bluetooth level, our USB out if we're recording, our overall guitar level, and also the main out. So what I've done is I've dropped the main out quite a fair bit. This was to match the overall level of the amplifier. So when we turn the processor off, we're just left with the pickups with no processing. And then with this on and up was a massive jump in volume. So I've taken that down to match the level, so the amp is getting the same level whether the processor is on or off. And that's what I've done there. So if we hit the spanner, we get to see our guitar there, and we also get the sound of what guitar we've selected. Now, that's the little number 2 there is the pickup selector we're on. If I change that, we go to number 1 up to number 5. What this is telling us is what tone we've got selected to each pickup selection. Now, this is really, really cool, and I didn't know it did this. So the tone capture software that Mooer provide, they provide it in some of their higher end floor pedals and bits and pieces. You can assign a different guitar sound to each pickup position. So, for example, I'll just do it very, very quickly here for you. So we're on trem clean. So ignore the tremolo effect for now. So that's our GTRS or guitar's original tone. So that is how the guitar sounds without any change. So as you can see here, I've got a list now of options that I can change pickup position 1 into. So let's go with something really different. Let's do a JP piezo. So you can hear that's, it's a little bit more quacky. You can actually see a picture of a John Petrucci style guitar. There. Let's change something else. Let's do an MD35. So Martin Dreadnought. Now it doesn't complement the acoustic guitar sound very, very well. It's a bit shrill, but that's just because of the preset that we've got it set to. This is just to show you what you can do. So if I went to position 2, I'd be back. Back on the GTRS original tone. Go to position 1, I'm back on the acoustic. So you can select. So for example, let me put on clean tone, okay? So we can hear it. It's a bit better. There's less of the effect. So that's our acoustic sound. And we can even select, we can take our treble down. As an example, and then we can change and we can set 5 different tone capture guitars. So for example, we could have one as the original, we could have a 58 Les Paul, you've got auditoriums, you've got acoustics on there, 60 Strat, 52 Tele. So loads and loads and loads of different options on there and combinations that you can do with it. So let me put that back to the original tone. I'm going to set these back to midday so we've got a rough idea of what the guitar sounds like straight out of the gate, as they say. That doesn't necessarily have to be on as well, so pop there, and that's the tone capture off. So I guess that'll be just your original tone, as in the GTRS original tone, rather than, yes. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen this one. I've been having a little nosy around. So we'll get into that in a minute. So how do I do that again? I'm going to press that. Now I know. We're learning together. How cool is this? Okay, so from this window we can also access the settings, the overall settings, This is where you find things like your tuner, your drum patterns, you've got chord charts, your overall mixer again, your looper, things like that. So with the looper, very, very simple. You can record, obviously record, I think it's 15, 20 seconds. I did something earlier. Very simple, very easy to use, good for taking down ideas, jotting down little chord patterns or noodling over things. Chords, it is what it is what it is. It's your chord chart. You can select your roots, you can select the style, so major, minor, diminished, susses, all that sort of stuff. And you can go through different options of each. Tuner, very, very cool. This will be interesting. Okay, cool. So you can have the option to have the tuner mute your output signal as well when you're engaged. The good thing with it is as well is that it's there's no lag in terms of the tuner, considering we are connected, you know, via Bluetooth. You know, you think there may be a possibility of a little bit of lag, but that's cool. And we're back. Obviously your software version and your language and different things like that, they're all there. So this little button here looks like a little pickup. This is to access and to control this. This is the pedal, the GTRS pedal, that you can select up and down your presets. So you can select different presets in different banks, and it's wireless. It's very, very cool. So from this page, you can select your, you can even press the buttons on screen. That's fantastic. You can even select, your presets in the order that you like them, and then the pedal can wirelessly change them for you. Very cool, very modern that is. So let's get into some sounds, because that's what we're here for, is enough waffling going on. So from the iPad, you've got two options. You've got the drop-down menu here, which is all of your loaded presets that come in the guitar. So you don't need the iPad to get all the presets from the guitar. When you're on the guitar, you activate this by turning the volume on. When the volume's 0, it'll click and it's off. And then pressing the button then will change color and scrolls through all of the different presets like that. So you don't need the app to be able to access that, but to be able to edit anything, to be able to change the order of the presets, all that's got to be done in the app. So this drop-down menu here shows us all of the presets that are in the guitar. I'm not going to bore you to death with all of the presets that are in here. We're going to just Russian roulette the presets. We're going to see what they're like. So 9 times out of 10, when you get something like this, same as if you get a multi-effects or if you get a modeling amp, 9 times out of 10, the presets that are on, or preloaded presets, yeah, usually are a bit rough. They're a bit rubbish. So we're going to take a look. We're going to see. We'll look at them objectively. We'll see how they go. So let's look first off at our presets. So we've got banks and banks and banks. So there's 9 banks of 4 presets there. So I tell you what, we'll take a favorite from each. So let's start with butter. Should we start with butter? Butter. So this is butter. So that's quite nice. It's quite shrill on the bridge pickup, but where we are here, we can adjust that. So let's take a look at our amp. So what's our treble? Ah, there we go. So our treble and presence are very, very high. Just from taking those two down a touch makes it so much more palatable to listen to. Interestingly, while we're here, we can look at our amp choices. That's how we look at our amp choices. Two options, low gain, high gain amp choices. At the moment, we're on a Mark V Clean, which, as you know, is based on a Messer. I'll have a little run through. I won't take you through everything. It's going to be 3 hours long, this video. You've got US Deluxes. You've got Powerball. You've got Black Knight. Tri-Rec, Rockverb, Dr. Z, Jets, UK 30s, HWT, sounds like what? Regal Tome, Cardef. I wonder what Cardef is, Tom. EV5050, HD Club Cleans, Hugin and Koch OD. That's low gain. High gain, J800, J800, J900, Plex. You got Powerballs, you got Black Knights, you got the same sort of amps. Citrus, Regal Tone, Carol, Hugins, that kind of thing. So that's our amps. Cabs, oh, that's quite cool. So you can select your cabs. You got 4x12s. You know what you're gonna have. You're gonna have everything. You're gonna have ones. You're gonna have 10s, 12s, 412s, 212s, open backs, closed backs, modern ones, diesels, traditional ones. I'm not gonna go into all that. It's gonna take days. You get the idea. Overdrives and boosts. This is cool. This is quite cool. I like this. So you got boost, overdrive, fuzz, distortions. You can choose between them. If you want to see the full list, you could probably, don't know if you can download the app without the guitar. You can, just whether you can access it. Who knows? There's going to be other videos. There's going to be people who sat there for 6 hours taking you through every single preset. I'm sure. This is just an out of the box. What you can see. This is what you see. This is what you get. This is what it sounds like. That's what this is, okay? So, boosts, overdrives, fuzz, distortions. There's loads, there's loads. There's clone style things. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, dynamic effects, modulation effects, delay, and reverb. You know, they all do what they say. Oh, that's cool. So it selects which one you're on in the chain there. Very cool. I like that a lot. So, for example, this sound only has some delay. Should we add some reverb? Let's add some reverb. So let's add a room. Woo! So it's cool, and we can obviously tailor that. Cool, I like it. And if I don't want it, I turn it off just like that. So, delay, same thing. This is cool. I like this. It's getting nicer. I'm gonna let him in on a secret. Can I let him in on a secret? When we had these, we plugged them into an amp on the shop floor, and we ran just on the presets, and had a little listen through, and turned to Tom and I said, I hope we can connect this to something, because if these are the sounds and you can't change them, it's not going to be a very good video. So the fact that you can tailor everything, you can tweak everything, and then save them, order them in a list, in a set list kind of style that you want, is phenomenal. So I think, rather than bore them, Tom, it's a fluid video. This is we're meandering and changing as we go. I'm going to write my own preset. Is that cool? Is that right? Tom's nodding, by the way. So if you don't like this section of the video, comments relate to Tom, please. FAO Tom. Is that okay? Good. So, let us pray. Okay, so I'm going to turn reverb off, modulation off, my dynamic effects off, my overdrive and boost off. I'll turn my cab off for now. No. I'll turn my cab on. I'll have a cab on. We'll start with the amps. So, in a middle position. Why not? Starting off with the US, it's called 59 US bass. We know what that is. So, I fancy, or I do like, I like that. US Sonic. I used to have one of them. Cool. Taking the mids out slightly. Just for now. We're going to see how we go. Cab-wise, we're on the Sonic 1x12. Let's try a couple of things. So we're on a, that's a 1x12. See if we can do that. That's a 4x12. Let's do an Eagle slanted 4x12. Interesting that they've had speaker breakup earlier there on that one. Or Rec 4x12, that'd be interesting. So I like the bass of the 4x12, but I think I'm gonna, ooh, let's try a 4x10. That's cool, that's chimey. That'll do for now. So I don't really think I want anything boosting wise. I'll try the pure boost. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll keep that. And of course, we're going to put in some delay and reverb because it's me, and if we don't... I like that. Let's keep in. So, just for the record, that is a digital delay with very, very short time and feedback. Reverb-wise, plate, oh, he does like a plate. He does like a plate, but... bit bright. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, make it a bit darker. Yeah, definitely. While we're here, we may as well look at dynamic effects and modulation effects. So I'm going to take off the reverb and delay just for a sec, just so we can hear them just a bit more, with a bit more presence, I suppose, is the best thing. So dynamic effects, what have we got? Noise gate, won't bother. Comp, yeah, let's see what our things are. So that's compression. Andrew just interrupted, so I did show him a little bit of a couple of things. So I have to set them back. So we've got noise gate, compression, touch wah and auto wah. You get it. I'd probably play that slower. I think that's a go-to riff, isn't it? You can't have that with a wah. Modulation. Here we go. Quite a few. We've got phasers, step phasers, flanger, jet flanger, tremolo, strutter, vibrato, pitch shift, rotary, anachorus, which is analog chorus, tri-chorus, ring, Q filter, lo-fi, slow gear, tom. I'm going to try pitch shift. But if you haven't got a shimmer reverb, I don't know what the mod one is. It's probably a modulated one. You could kind of try and do like a shimmer. No. Let's we're gonna try a different modulation on this one. Let's try analog chorus. I always like a slower. Lovely. That's nice. It's a nice thing. What's Oh yeah, I can hear it. That's nice. I like that. It's very nice. Very nice. So you can see that just from this page alone, you can completely sculpt your own sort of sounds. And they do all sound great. What I am going to do is I'm going to play some sounds with just the guitar, with the processing off completely, so you can get a feel and a sense of these pickups as this guitar on its own through the amp. And I'll use the amp's drives then to kind of show you what that does. So just before we get into that, let me show you very, very quickly how we can sort this kind of stuff out. So if I wanted to save, very, very easy. It's the floppy disk. If you don't know where a floppy disk is, you're too young, you shouldn't be watching this video. If we go to share, we have to log into our account, our GTRS account. We can share that to the community. And then cloud-based, then same thing, but that is to find tones that have already been uploaded by other people. We can download them and save them. So the only bit I haven't shown you so far is the tone library that you get with the amp. So these are separate to your guitar presets there. These are essentially categorized tones in the app itself. So these ones are ones on the guitar. These ones are the ones on the app that you can change to. So very, 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 very quickly, let's go through a couple here. So let's try a pop one. Let's do Dream Clean. As an example, a nice little example. So blues, we've got 12 blues lead solos. Let's try neo soul. Let's see what that sounds like. Oh, there's a lot of delay on there. One thing I will say, very, very big difference in volume between tones. So that might be something to watch out for, because you want to be going, you don't want to be going from there and going. Oh, I'm having ever such a lovely time. That's, you know, there's a big jump there. Sounds cool though. There's always a lot of delay and reverb on these presets. I find they kind of just over egg them, you know. Funk. I don't know what you want from me. What's cutting? You got funky, you got ambient. This sounds like my. How is that ambient? How is that? Never mind. Anyway, rock. We got ADC, Kamaz, Broken Road, Rock Solo, Rock Overdrive. So. Never mind. Never mind. Kamaz. So we can see what they're doing on some of these. So this must be. I don't know it. I don't know it. Whatever. You know what it is. Anyway. Rock Solo. Rock OD. So, like I said earlier about the presets that are in the guitar, some of these are hit and miss. You know, you've got really, really great ones. Like that sounds. This one sounds cool. Whatever it is, this sounds cool. You know, there's some cool ones. Even the ADC one is good as well. You know, they've got good applications. Jazz, not even going to bother. I'll just give you. That's it. I don't even ask. Okay, metal. This is going to be interesting. Haven't used a pick in this video, so we tend to find that gain presets, anything sort of gainy presets or heavy presets, tend to be like. So this will be interesting. So it's okay. So this is heavy metal. Angry Eddie, so we should expect a bit of, yeah, phaser. Massive. Okay, a bit of delay. There's a lot of tapping happening today, isn't there? Fast attack, this is called. It's quite cool. And that's just a smattering, okay? So as well as the presets that we can download from the cloud, that we can create ourselves, that are in the guitar, we've also got this tone library as well. And we can save these to a set preset as well. So we can save here, we can choose what bank we want to save it to, and then it's in the guitar then. So we don't have to have this app anymore. We can save, like I said, 9 banks of 4. So we've got plenty space there. We can save it, we can give it a different name. The option is there if you'd like it. Now, we've given you a few sounds from the processor. Let's hear what the guitar sounds like just through the amp. So it's just the guitar and the St. James, it's the pickups that you get. So all the way down until it clicks, and we are now off. This is going to disconnect as well. Don't worry about that, it's all good. So now, this is just the guitar and the St. James. I'm going to give us a touch of reverb, and this is what the guitar sounds like without any processing. So let's give it a bit of drive. We're going to hear the St. James now pushed. Now this isn't a high gain amp at all. It's medium kind of gain. So we're going to get kind of like a pushed British style sound. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is the St. James on the second channel with the boost. So this is just the guitar, no processing. See how it goes. So that gives you some idea of how this guitar sounds with no processor, just the guitar and the amp, the pickups that come in the guitar itself. As I've shown you in this very long video, the app opens the door to all of our editing. We get to save presets, we get to assign them to the Footswitch. This is the Footswitch, yeah, it's wireless as well. So in terms of the flexibility of the instrument, fantastic. Like I said, when we first plugged it in, I was like, I don't know. But now going into the app, being able to edit things, seeing how easy things are to edit, to record with, to loop drum patterns, all that kind of thing. It's really intuitive, easy. I can see how it can be used in live applications as long as you get all your levels right between patches and you've got something like the Footswitch. to save you sort of hitting through presets with your fist, I can see how it could really benefit. I want to quickly talk about the build of the guitars, and obviously we're only going to talk about the guitars that came into us. Build quality of both guitars, great. They are very high spec. I think they hover around the sort of 800, a grand mark for the 800 and the Pro. Maybe a little bit more for the Pro. To me, it reminds me of my Schecter. So I've got a Nick Johnson Diamond Series Schecter. I wouldn't be surprised if they were made in the same factory. I wouldn't be surprised. They've got that kind of build quality to them. Very heavy, very, very heavy. Both guitars very heavy, regardless of which option you've got. What I would say is that the finishing, and again, this is only for the guitars that we've got here, the finishing on the Pro is a little bit rough. The frets, I mean, I probably don't need to put this to my mic, but that's the sort of the roughness of the frets. And we didn't want to put it on the bench. We didn't want to give it to our tech and get them sort of polished up and get them smooth, because it's kind of disingenuous then, because it's not the guitar that we've had. It is, I know it is, but you know, we've made modifications. It's not how it's come to us, because sometimes they may come to you from a box out of a warehouse. Not from us. Every guitar gets checked over. Different story, different video. The fretwork on the 800 is actually better than the one on the Pro. So there's no fret noise. There's no kind of roughness. It's super smooth and doesn't make any sort of noise. This is that's you know, and this is a grand's odd worth of guitar. Possibly could have. There's no denying they're great build guitars and they're fantastic guitars. You know, maybe they could have put this system in a cheaper guitar. I don't know. Whether someone is going to be looking for... I think if you're looking for this with all of this, you wouldn't necessarily have the desire to maybe go for something that's as high a spec as these. These are, like I said, like Schecter Diamond Series, they're kind of that level, you know, roasted maple, rosewood. Very, very nice, very, very well finished, great hardware. Play great, play fantastically. If this one has a fret polish, it's a complete winner. But that's just my 2 cents. That's it. Do you buy, you know, again, at a similar level, you are looking to Schecter Diamond Series. Do you get a Schecter Diamond Series and then get a Mooer like GE200 or something? Something with the tone capture software? That's the question that we all have to ponder and sit with and search our souls for. That's life's big question for this year, Tom. Okay, so take that away and I'll speak to you soon. But that is it. These are the GTRS guitars from Mooer, and this is the S800 Pro. Behind me is the S800. You've been listening to the S800 Pro through the Black Star St. James. We've deep dived with the app. I've bored you to death. Let us know what you think in the comments. Would you buy something at this level with it built in at this price point, or something like a Diamond Series with a Mooer pedal board, Mooer Footswitch, with all the effects built in? Because you're getting the same effects. You're getting all the same effects there, if not more, in the floorboard. So let us know. Let us know what you would do. And that is it. I've been Adam for A Strings. We're a small guitar shop in South Wales in the UK. Our website is astrings.co.uk. Come and find us. Come and say hello. Our Facebook is A Strings Guitar Specialists. Our Instagram is @AStringsUK. And we are on all of them every day. Come and say hi. And that is it. We'll see you in the next video very, very soon. My name's Adam. Bye-bye.